Hey, what's up? I wanna do. Today we're gonna talk about a very important and interesting topic. It's pushing past your limitations. Now we're in the month of December. Can you imagine how the year go? What went wrong? We're at the end of the year already, and the way all this year run off, it's still a spin like a gig. Now, no one knows what's going to happen the next minute nor the next hour, because we've been in a season of COVID for a very long time. Like, what going? This is not going to stop. So I'm not necessarily going to talk to you about a New Year's resolution, because we're pushing past the limits for 2022, but we're not talking about a New Year's resolution because I don't like them. You start them and you stop them and you make some big unrealistic plans and bops. You tush like a balloon that loses air. So we're not going to talk about that. However, I still believe in making plans and having a vision of what your best self look like. Identify some of the action plans you need to put in place to accomplish what you're trying to envision. And I want you to think about that as you enter into 2022. What are you envisioning for yourself? What does that look like? Instead of a New Year's resolution, I would want to suggest to you that you take inventory of your life over the year. So for the last 12 months, what did you start the year with, and what did you end it with? Or what are you ending it with? Because we're not done the year yet. So what are you planning to end the year with? So I would want you to do an inventory. Where were you? And where you are now. And if you're not where you want to be, what stood in your way? Take a little while and process it, I don't want to rush it. What stood in your way? Why you don't feel like you made an impact? You don't feel fulfilled? What stood in your way? So naturally, you want to be better than you were the last 12 months, right? Because that's transformation. Transformation is a progression. So you want to look at your future you. And we know that's not going to be sudden. But instead of sitting down and crying about, boy, I wish me to do this, why me never do this, why I'm not satisfied with my life, why not just make some action plan now for moving forward, right? Because you made it. We're here and we're having this conversation, right? So as we work towards this vision, one of the challenges that I want you to pay attention to is your limited mindset. Our limitations are the limited mindset that we have. The fact that we go around and we see ourselves not able to do. And we use quotes like I can't, I don't know, and all these little things. Sometimes I do it too. So as a coach, I have to be making sure that I'm listening to how I'm thinking, because how I think comes out of my mouth. So how do you push past your limitations as you enter this new phase of your life? Let's look at it. Number 1, make a list of where you would like to see change. If you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. It's just the truth. If you want to go to a halfway tree, but you stand up at the gate and you're not so sure where you're going, are you going to move from the gate, or are you going to stand at that gate? Number 2, develop a blueprint of what change would look like for you. What does that look like? Envision it, man. Go on like you play Dolly House. Like, just think of the craziest thing ever and see how you can achieve that. Number 3, what strategies are you going to put in place to accomplish this? Because you make plans, but then you have to also have action plans to be able to accomplish these strategies. Number 4, what are you willing to sacrifice? There's no change without sacrifice. You can't move forward and stay the same. It's impossible. And I don't want to tell you anything that's not going to work, right? I want you to know that you have it in you and it's possible. Remember, opposition will come, but your why will keep you focused. Be honest with your whys. This will motivate and inspire you to keep going. I want to encourage you not to attempt any of this independently outside of your source. Make sure you are connected to that source, because that's where everything lies. And you know, as Coach Sim, what I'm saying, that the coach is the God of the universe. And so make sure you are connecting to him before you decide that you're going to make plans, because if you make plans without him being a part of it, it will not succeed. So, you know, I love my little scripture them. 1 Corinthians 8, 5-6 says, "For even if there are so-called gods, whether in heaven or on earth, as indeed there are many gods and many lords, yet for us there is but one God, the Father, who is the source of all things, and we exist for him. One Lord, one Christ, by whom are all things that have been created. And we believers live and have life and have been redeemed through him." That's the center of who you are. So season's greetings to you all. Have a wonderful Christmas.